Right, so it's been about 2 weeks since my last chemo. Um, I almost didn't even make this video just because I've got my next one tomorrow, but I thought I'd quickly try and get one done. Um, I was watching all my old videos back, and I noticed that in every single one I say, "Oh, the last chemo was the worst one so far," but it's kind of true because even this one, the one I just had, I just had my eighth one 2 weeks ago, and it's the worst one so far. Um, then I'll start with what happened actually. When I went to the hospital for my chemo, I had this nurse there who I've had before, and she's not really the best one. She takes very long and she just faffs about a lot and stuff. But anyway, so I went there. I had an afternoon appointment. I was waiting for about an hour, and then she came in, and this was about 2 o'clock now in the afternoon. So I hadn't eaten lunch or anything. Bear in mind, because I usually wait till I start the chemo before I eat something, just because otherwise it just makes me feel a bit more sick. So it reached about 2 o'clock, and she came in and she was like, "Right, Dylan, I'm gonna go on lunch now." I was like, "Hold on, I've been waiting for so long, and you're gonna go on lunch?" And she's like, "Yeah, I'm not feeling too well, so I'm gonna have some lunch." I said, "Well, you're not feeling well. Sorry, I thought I'm the cancer patient here. Do you know what I mean? As in, how can you tell a cancer patient you're not feeling well, so instead of giving them their chemo, you're going to go and have your lunch?" And I kind of got a bit angry with her, and I was just like, what do you mean?" And she's like, "Oh, don't worry, your drugs aren't here yet anyway. I'll be half an hour. By the time I'm back, we can get started." And I was like, "Well, isn't there another nurse that can give me the drugs?" So she went away, she came back, and she's like, "No, there's no other nurse. Your drugs aren't here. I'm going to go on lunch." Had a bit of an argument with her, and she just walked off on me. So it kind of pissed me off, and I went I went in quite angrily, and I was like, "Look, I want another nurse. Like, this one's being all rude to me and everything, blah blah blah." Straight away they gave me another nurse, and my drugs were there. So she actually lied to me so she can have her lunch, saying that my drugs weren't even there, so I should wait till she comes back from her lunch, and by then they'll be there. I got another nurse, perfect, very friendly, started giving me my chemotherapy and all of that, and then yeah, this other nurse came back, and I didn't really want any. I refused treatment from her. Just didn't want her to deal with me. But yeah, so it wasn't the best start to the session, but nevertheless, got it done with. About 3 hours again, and then I was off home. I don't know. I'm kind of hating chemo now. Like, I really hate it. Like, while I'm there getting the chemo, I just feel like ripping it out of my hand and going home. Like, I can't stand it anymore. Um, I don't know what's been happening since. I've not really had an appetite. I mean, if you know me, you know I eat a lot, or used to eat a lot. Like, I've always been like the dustbin of the house. If there's anything left, or any food left over, or if someone can't finish their food, give it to him, he'll have it. But recently I haven't had much of an appetite. I haven't been eating nowhere near as much as I usually do. Um, don't know why. I've had the nausea again, obviously. It was actually quite bad this time in terms of I was actually out, and the puke came up and I had to swallow it back down, and that happened a couple of times. Obviously I didn't say anything at the time, but in the back of my mind I was like, I hope it doesn't actually come out. But so the nausea was there, but I'm better now. My eyelashes have fallen out quite a lot. So before, I know in my last video I said when I wake up in the morning I'd have to open up my eyelids, but now even when I blink they kind of stick together just because there's not that many eyelashes there anymore. Another thing I've noticed is my fingers. You know, when you're in water for a long time and your fingers get all wrinkly at the tips, that happens to me now. Like, even if I wash my hands, for example, for more than 30 seconds, I'll get wrinkly fingers. I've started getting blisters like on the tips of my fingers, which kind of hurts a little bit. I don't know. Chemo just, it's very destructive. It attacks all five senses. So I mean, my eyes are constantly sore. Sometimes my vision's a bit funny, but that's probably just because my eyes are tired. I mean, after I get chemo, my ears hurt, my taste goes. I mean, it affects everything so badly. I mean, it's really destructive to the body, and I'm starting to see that now. My veins have gone really hard. I'm actually fed up of them hurting. They just hurt constantly now, and I can't do any exercise or anything. I can't do a lot of the things I want to, just because they hurt so much. And like, yeah, I've made people feel them. They're actually like concrete. It's like when people touch them, it's like touching a bone. They're actually getting shocked at how hard the veins actually are. So yeah, the veins are really bad. I'm just getting really fed up of it, to be honest. What else? I mean, something did happen to me. I won't really go into it because it's not very pleasant. I've never had anything like this happen to me in my life. But it was obviously because of the chemo and everything that my body's going through at the moment. And yeah, I won't really talk about it, but it just made me think, like, it's amazing how much my body's actually taking at the moment. I didn't know chemotherapy would have this much of an effect on the body. I mean, it is quite shocking, to be honest. It's something I'll probably never forget for the rest of my life, but it just made me think, like, wow, my body is going through a lot at the moment. And yeah, I mean, it just goes to show. I mean, I'm quite alright. I like to think of myself as a strong person. I have a strong mind. Always have been. But it just goes to show. I mean, this thing is so toxic and poisonous, and it's so life affecting. Like, I mean, it can make the strongest person get out of their comfort zone. I mean, when I didn't know what to do. I was scared. I was like, what is happening, kind of thing. And that's not like me. So I mean, it really does push you to your limits. I think I'm not even finished yet. I've still got four more sessions to go. I mean, my hair's all pretty much falling out now. Eyebrows are all gone. You look at yourself in the mirror and you don't really recognize yourself. It is quite dehumanizing. You don't look or feel like a human anymore. Like, it's hard to explain. It is a very dehumanizing thing, and because of that, you do feel kind of alone, as in no one else is experiencing it. I can sit here and speak for days about every little effect. Obviously, I miss out so many things on my videos because I can't sit here and go through every little thing that's going through my mind. But I mean, it just, yeah. No one. I could sit here, like I said, all day and talk about it, and no one will feel exactly how I feel. And it's weird because even cancer patients, they talk to each other at the hospital and stuff. I don't really talk to anyone. There's no one to really talk to be honest. I mean, you just have to get on with it, don't you? I don't know, it just makes you appreciate the smaller things, like even the smallest things. I mean, most people my age they want a new car, new clothes, a nice watch, all of that. I just want my veins to stop hurting, for example. It's just the smallest things. Like, I don't really care about having new clothes and stuff. I'd rather just be healthy. I mean, I don't know. A lot of my friends have said I've disappeared lately. I don't think I have I? But it's just one of those. I've not really seen anyone or spoken to many people recently. Just haven't been feeling too good and stuff. But yeah, I mean, you see, like, it's weird because you see people going out and you see people having fun, and then you're just stuck there like, oh, I can't do any of that. And it's a bit crap, to be honest. I mean, you see people, not in a bad way, but as in, like, for example, I'll see people that are healthy. It's not jealousy or anything, but I think they're quite lucky, aren't they? They don't have to do all this, that kind of thing. But yeah, I mean, it's almost done with now anyway, so I won't dwell on it too much. But actually, I've been reading this book. I've got this book here with me. Actually, I was sitting in my car reading it earlier. It's called Dying to Be Me. Might as well show you. Look, it's called Dying to Be Me by Anita Mojani, if that's how you pronounce her name. It's basically about this woman. She got cancer a couple of years ago. She got cancer. She actually had lymphoma as well, and she struggled with it for 4 years. She battled this cancer for 4 years, and she pretty much lost. I mean, her body was gone. She slipped into a coma, and the doctor said, right, we can't save her. She's pretty much dead now. And she had a near-death experience, basically, where she actually did die, technically died. And then, well, she came back into her body and everything, and she actually, what she saw and what she experienced helped her realise why she actually got the cancer in the first place. And she started realising it's all in your head kind of thing, like you can heal yourself kind of thing. Like, it's hard to explain, you just have to read the book. But it's very, very interesting. I didn't actually, a lot of people had told me about this book before, but I didn't know she actually had lymphoma as well. I thought she might have had another type of cancer. But really good book, really good book. If you haven't read it, I'd recommend. I can't put it down. I only got it about 2 days ago and I've already read 10 chapters of it, and it's not like me to sit there and just read a book non-stop. So yeah, I mean, I would recommend it. It only cost me a couple of quid. It won't be too expensive if you want to buy it. Or if you know me, just ask me and you can borrow my copy. I'm pretty much nearly done with it. I should finish it in the next day or so. I just can't put it down. But I mean, it's a really interesting read. Just everything she went through, like when she was getting diagnosed and all of that. The way she felt, just everything is so similar to how you feel. And it just goes to show, I mean, everyone's different. People are different. They take things differently. They handle things differently. But cancer is that kind of thing that anyone that's going through it will feel the same feelings. And well, to an extent, obviously, everyone is still different. But I mean, a lot of the stuff that she speaks about going through, like little things like when people ask her how she's doing and she's like, yeah, I'm fine, but really inside she's not fine at all. I mean, I could relate to a lot of the things she was saying in the book, and it just, I mean, even if you haven't got cancer or you have nothing to do with cancer, it's the kind of book that will just help you in life in general, because it just shows you there are more important things in life than the things that you actually worry about. And I mean, I can't go into how, I won't go into detail anyway, but it's a really good book. I mean, I'd stress anyone to read it. I mean, regardless of what your situation is, I think it can help you. But it's a good read. I haven't got to the end yet, but yeah, hopefully I will do soon. What else? My cousin and my sister did the skydive. Very proud of them. It was a good day. It was a day out actually. So they jumped from 13,000 feet. We originally thought it was going to be 10,000, but it turned out to be 13,000. So far they've raised almost £3,000 for the Lymphoma Association, which is very, very good. Again, if you haven't donated, you still can, even though they've done the dive. I'll put the links in the bottom of the video anyway. I think I need to do one myself now. I was originally scared of it myself. I'm scared of heights, so I would never skydive. I don't play around with gravity, all of that. But after seeing theirs, it looks like something I have to do. And let's be honest, if 2 girls can do it, why can't I? So yeah, I'm thinking of doing one maybe next year when the weather's a bit better. Because this year, obviously, by the time summer's over, that's when I'll finish my treatment. But yeah, I mean, I've got my 9th chemo session tomorrow now. Don't really want to go to it, if I'm honest. Really dreading that one. Don't want to go to it. But then yeah, I've got 6 more weeks, and then it's recovery. It's the road to recovery. I mean, I don't know. So yeah. Well, I thank everyone for their support. I mean, everyone's been good. I mean, even people watching my YouTube videos, the support I'm getting is great. I will carry on making them. I know at times I've said to people I don't want to make any videos anymore, but I will carry on. I will finish them. And yeah, I'll let you guys know how tomorrow went. How tomorrow goes. But yeah, 4 more chemos and 6 more weeks, and then all done for now. So yeah, again, thanks for all the support, and I'll keep you guys posted.